Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, I mean from start to finish, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button down below. Turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes, Mr. President.
Yes, my brother.
Yes, how are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay, sir. Yes, this is Mr. Mleya calling from Choma.
Yes, please go ahead, Mr. Mleya. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I need to contribute, sir. I've been following you for a while now, but since Zambia is mourning, and I've seen people who have a kind of selfish kind of leadership. They just have their personal interest in someone. They want to sack someone. After they have sacked that someone, then they go away. This is the situation that we have right away in the country. Someone is dead, but they still need to sack. Not until the last day. Then the next step that they will do is to go away and join these other political parties, I mean. That's the more reason why Zambia cannot develop if we have such kind of leaders and people who claim to want to form government. How can you develop with such kind of nonsensical minds that they have?
Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Mwagombeni watayari.
Mkwema wombe.
Au mwalanda mwandini mwalanda oshumfa patunoona pafingitete mfano mani nkatako feri pisholi momkwe. Now that unfortunately former President Edgar Lungu is late. Ushe kuti chavesha linga mwatwe wako plan binga aliyashani o ngateti mutwebe. Do you think it will still hold?
I will be very honest with you. Very honest. I spoke about plan B a little bit, but Marisa Monana Lekaka, because Tapadi plan B. Tapadi plan B Mutwandi. Tapadi. Okay. Our power plan B, I would have continued talking, but there was no plan B. There was no plan B.
Okay.
There was no plan B. I can challenge whoever it is. They keep saying, no, it is a secret, There was no secret. My politics are our secret, Mutwandi. My politics, you have to show what you have. So if you have plan B,
okay, the last thing I have to say to you. My brother, Mandy, I love you. Konkanye nko fefi no kushipale so mwine wishi befi ubu miwe no fo blikontanshi.
Mkwani mule mpepela kofe. Ma politics ya recover. Te hawa na hiyo.
Sana tule mipepela mandini. God be with you.
Pantu na ine tina izamulika kofi. But it's part of politics. Ya recover.
Sana de sabe na imwe.
Na totela.
All right.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yes, Mr. Tayali. Yeah. I have heard whatever you have said, politics and stuff like that. See, what Zambians are saying is that something concerned with medication. I'm sure the Secretary to the Cabinet knew that Mr. Edgar Lungu was sick. And I'm sure Mr. Edgar Lungu asked the government that he should go out for medication. but was denied. Whether politics or whatever, in order to deny somebody to go for medication. That's the point of contention right now.
Yes, so my sister.
Politics, if you
so, my
what we're
sister.
talking about is
My
medication.
sister.
My sister. Not, but it's supposed to go for medication.
My sister. I totally agree with you. I totally agree. Mubuntu bwesu. Mubuntu bwesu mayowandi. Umunowenga nalwala, umunowenga itaba. You need to come in and help that person. Unfortunately, the politics that we have, and we need to condemn that. We need to condemn that. But as we condemn it, let us not hold it to say, no, because we need to condemn that. But it is wrong to say, you won't have a state funeral. That is wrong. That is my position on that one. I agree with you. They should have allowed him when they knew. But again, it is wrong for those now to use that.
But we are coming from a background where now we will need to go out for medication. True or false?
True.
And again, after we lost Wanawakwi.
But she was evacuated by you.
Okay, fine.
No, but first of all, because we are talking about...
No, let me finish.
How do
you think the family is feeling? How do you think the family is feeling? Rabakai. To go for medicals and the government.
Mwalanda pali Wanawakwi. And pali Wanawakwi, yes, there were politics that were involved. But eventually, government actually evacuated Wanawakwi. Eventually. Okay? And I want to believe that pali Wanawakwi, there was...
No.
There was full disclosure. And the government even helped. But the secretary to a cabinet knew the health status of Lungu. I don't think there was full disclosure. I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
If it was there, we knew.
We knew. Why would they deny that?
We knew Wanawakwi was sick. And we were even talking about it. But Lungu, so, we should also be responsible. And I need help of the government. I'm a Zambian. I should come out now. You know
what, my brother? But my brother, for whatever you have said, this one I'm not being sincere. You are not being sincere because
I'm being sincere, just that you have a different point.
You were saying
you have a different point.
I listened to you. You said Mr. Lungu looked frail. That he was not okay. So when he had to go outside the country for medication, it was a response.
He looked frail. He looked frail, but listen, he looked frail, but
the family is feeling now.
Listen, he looked frail, but he was also saying, I'm the candidate for 2026. You see? He looked frail, but he was lifting his hand to say, I'm the candidate for 2026.
Mr. Tayali, there are so many diseases that we are carrying. So it's not right to stop some to go for medication. The equivalent people that are politicians are not sick. Look what Kawana. Kawana is sick, that's why he goes for medication. Lungu was not.
And we know about Kawana.
To go for medication.
We know about Kawana. We know about Kawana. Kawana is very open about his sickness. Very open.
Mr. Tayari. You know, no. Analysis, but on this one, you are wrong.
Okay, no, thank you. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Thank you. So, hello?
Mr. Tali, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Calling from Zambia, I've been following your program very well. Mr. Tali, I concur with you from the start. For much run that my problems are tampile why am I hearing myself? Okay. Okay, I was just reducing the volume. Yeah. So you find that people are running away from the fact that Edgar Lungu returned to active politics. No matter what, this is that this is Zambia, that this is Africa, because the same thing is what is happening in America. Mama, when somebody is in power, even the devil in heaven, the moment I request a coffee,
Power.
why you kumuchoka? Get out. Mama, if I have a muntu, you get the papa pachpuna. Olo if we iona nikani uko twaifunya. Twaifunya kuli desa kwa zumi neresa ni shi satana ikete kofi. Satana rifeni tie. Abale. Mama. So yes, we must just accept to say Edgar Lungu was a politician and he died a politician. He had these flaws, he had his problems. Let's just accept the fact and move on.
Thank you.
But whatever that these guys are doing, it's not good. Thank you very much, my
Thank you. No, I agree. I mean, it's bad, but unfortunately. Hello?
Yes, but,
Yes.
good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, this is Klings. I'm calling you from Sam. Yeah, you have spoken a lot now. We also say something. Myself, I concur with you. Whether the president and President Lungu has a difference, we all need to follow what the Constitution says.
Yeah.
The Constitution, the man deserves respect.
Yes.
Whether given Luvinda like it or not, it's constitutional for him to have respect. There's nothing they can do in this. Whatever they are doing, it's just on their own. Look, everyone knows that people can never change.
Yes.
The arrogance in them remains. That's how it is. And it's very unfortunate that the man who was the justice minister does not understand what the Constitution says.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
President Mombawe.
How did you know anyone?
Okay. How nachirapa pena inokutaka contribute to the topic. You see, our president, I think sometimes we need to be fair. Kubantu awali leadership na wantu abatule monapati wale ba mistreated. For me, my take on this one is that I think the government missed a point when they started taking Mrs. Lungu to court. I remember some of the politicians and leaders said, Duama politics, so for that reason, if the government had not dragged Mrs. Lungu to court, by now maybe the president or whoever in government would have just picked a phone for the wife and would have been resolved amicably. But the problem is the person who is supposed to make a decision is the one who has been persecuted the most. They wanted to get to Lungu through his wife. The issue is not even the people, the issue is the family. So no matter who wants to blame, whoever wants to blame, again, let's look at it from the family point of view. These people have been tormented. Yes, Mr. Lungu said, even if he was feeling sick. But it doesn't mean Mr. President. Let's be fair. Even in there is hope at Warapola. And I remember when you were part of the Level campaign, our hope is that Mr. Lungu can just come, get power, normalize the situation, then at least the country can back on a right trajectory. The problem we have now is that the country is too divided. So we wanted just someone who can come and unite the country. Not that Mr. Lungu, baby. I don't think even you, the time we were championing the Level, you wanted Mr. Lungu even to rule for 5 years. We just wanted someone who can come and unite the country. That's my contribution.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Kari.
Yes, my brother.
Wabombashan.
Bueno, Febal.
Yamkwai. Tuleto tela sana pa. Kari. Wetu stop sana ba. Tako concern. Contribute.
Hello, yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, please. So, my former president was right, guys. One. Everyone should have more politics. More Abasata. And he made it very clear to say, I'm back to come protect the party because they want to know the Japan. It want to lead it. So if you go at the Edgar Lungu really, I think you're in a yo. But I mean, not one. If I'm not mistaken, twice.
Line left Kakweyo. Hello? 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 Network not doing very good. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. Well, I just wanted to contribute.
Yes.
Yeah. So people are talking about division, that the country is divided. It's true. But when we look at where we're going, who is dividing the country? Even when you look at the way the peers are taking everything right now.
You know?
Is this bringing us together? You know?
Yeah,
if
you're right.
UPND decided to go punch for punch, right now it's even a bit more contained because they are not responding like that. You know? They are talking about this, but they're forgetting the subtle and underhand methods that Isia was, or the jabs he was throwing at HH.
Yeah.
You know? This is 50-50.
It is. Thank you. I agree with you.
Holding
I agree with you.
at ransom. You know? Why are they doing that? You know, this is being very unfair, and it's unfortunate that the family is letting them take advantage of this situation. You know, there's a life to be lived after Edgar Lungu.
Yes.
You know, there's a life to be lived after this. You know, we can't have people holding us. Some of us are not politically inclined, but they are bringing us into this.
You know?
You know? That lady, she's talking about, there's a lady who talked about disclosure of medical. Until the end of May, Nakashinda was saying that ECL is doing well. He's only away from Zambia because he was getting away from the drama in the country.
You see?
They didn't disclose. He said the headlines are screaming there to say ECL is away, he's fine. So, where is the proof that they told government to say he is in dire need and he needs medical attention and government refused that?
Yes.
You know, they shouldn't do this. Even for us who had sympathy for PF now, are just so fed up.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
But
Thank you. And that's the point, really. Actually, the country is divided, but what are you doing? Hello?
Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Yeah, as we go in this period, I believe there could have been a point where politicians, the government,
could have an harmony together, sit down, whether the Patriotic Front, the SP, the so-called United Opposition, they could have written to government to say, we are aware of our Sixth Republic president has passed on. So the best we can do is that let's meet so that as we are communicating the same language. And I think going forward, this is also the lesson we should learn as a country. I think this has been happening in 1991. Whoever president takes over office will be able now not to be in good terms with the one who has left office. I think it has been long overdue. Even starting with the Vakaunda, Vachiruba, even Manawasa, we saw those things happening. Even the RB, although he was in the quiet background, he didn't speak much. I think there at some point, those that were close to him, they were going to court to and from. And I think we are putting, like it's a future thing that should be not becoming on and on.
Sure.
We should set it.
Thank you, my dear. Hello? 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 Hello?
Watari maombe.
Mkwema maombe.
Mbrai. Watari. Aba PF ni ba hypocrite. Last month wa mumbipiri. Last month wa shirandati. Anashanda na barungu. Atao kunomweta oli kale nkufiko kwili. Ma president bali fye Lwa mumbipiri barende last month. Iyo barungu na tena ndabena. Kale nkufiko kwili kunomweta oli bwino. Ngeze institution nkufiko kwili. Kwacho muntu alungasho muntu alirwara. Momona. Those such thing for government ari wenu. Abantu abawenu. Ndonse ngabakoti bamumpira bali mu festival nkuntanji. Awe, bamulebwere rapo, tatu ali kutebwa. Muntu mulwere.
Yeah.
Abantu abawenu sana.
Thank you, my dear. Hello?
Hello, good evening, President Bali.
Good evening.
Yes, I wanted to make a short contribution to your program. Yes, it's so disheartening that our political leaders are behaving the way they are behaving. We have Somalians who are living in Zambia, and we all know to say Somalia has had no government for a long time. Because of the fighting that has been taking place there. But you will never find the Somalian disparaging his country in Zambia. How an old person like Rafael Nakachina can go to South Africa and start disparaging his own country is so disgusting. We have Zimbabweans in Zambia. You never hear Zimbabweans talking bad about their country, even when Zimbabwe is worse off than Zambia. Now, they are disparaging the very country they want to come and lead tomorrow. What kind of mindset do these politicians have? Coming to the issue of President Edgar Lungu, President Edgar Lungu himself said, I have given up all the little benefits that the government was giving me because I want to go full-time into politics. He said that. He's on record. Now, how did he expect government to treat him? Because he was a political opponent. And one good thing I like about my brothers and sisters in PF is that they have chicken brains because they forget. If there are any hypocrites that we have in Zambia, they are mostly PF. Because for them, they find glory in mistreating other people. But when they are handed the same treatment, they cry. like kids. Look at the way they are crying now. All of a sudden, Edgar Lungu is all that matters because Edgar Lungu was their hope. The rest of the country should stop living their life because Edgar Lungu has died. Come on, not all of us got any personal benefits from Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu is a human being just like any one of us. How many other Zambians have died that we have not even spoken about? Were their lives worthless? Yes, of course, he was our former president. He deserves to be accorded the respect, but that's just about it. He died and life has to go on. Other people will come. Pafu abantu, pashala abantu. So why the death of President Edgar Lungu is becoming political? Honestly speaking, I do not understand. How given Luvinda can start behaving like my 2 year, 6 months old son is just beyond me.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello? Hello? Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mr. Dan, the President.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm okay, thanks.
Yeah, I've followed through the program. I've read the gentleman that I think the third or fourth before the previous one. He talked about the time that our former president decided to come back in politics during the memorial of Michael Saturday stuff. One thing that I noticed most of us Zambians when the former head of decided to say he has retired from politics, he never allowed the Patriotic Front to go for a convention. There was a time when aspirants paid, I think it was about 200,000 for the convention to be held.
Yes.
But that convention was never held. So, to my own understanding, I feel it hypocritical to say President Edgar Lungu decided to come back that he was getting government. He wanted to come back from the time he decided to hand over the presidency to the hands of Edgar Lungu. He still had foresight of coming back. Then coming to the issue of his seat, the Patriotic Front has never even disclosed to the government that the president was well and that he needed help. The time that they took him to South Africa, I think they were trying to smuggle him out of Zambia. That time when he was stopped and stuff in the checks in the rights, in which others are interpreting that they were planning to stop him from going. This is the fact here. The president died by UTH so he died while South Africa. So the issue of saying no, they wanted to stop it and stuff. The fact is, if the government intended to stop, he wouldn't have gone. So let's just accept the fact the government allowed him. But the question is, did they disclose? Did they accept that the man needed help, that he was unwell?
Yeah. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Great, thanks. I've followed you. I'm everything is going on. I just wanted to have a little bit of conversation here. Has the family not agreed with government to hand over to the state on Wednesday when the body arrives?
I would say that government has given a position, and I think I would want to go by what government has said. I will refrain from discussing what is the family saying. But remember what who is this one? Makebi Zulu yesterday. Makebi Zulu said they don't agree, and that position we haven't gotten any communication to say they have changed that position. The position that is there is the statement that was issued by Makebi Zulu. That is the situation.
Okay, I followed that and I watched it even today more than 5 times. Actually, I played that clip when you were talking. I wanted to do compare and contrast. Last time I checked, he said we have reached a win-win situation, not the stormate diggers or whatever we are trying to say on the paper.
No,
the issue here is that
listen, my brother. Listen, since we are having a conversation and many people are listening, Makebi Zulu's statement was that they were trying to reach a win-win situation. That's what he said. They are trying to get so that we can get a win-win situation. But his final statement is that we do not accept government activity. That's basically what he said. And that is the position.
I agree that because what they are disagreeing right now is that the government repatriates the body from South Africa to Zambia. That we need to agree. The family has decided not to allow the government. And to me, the government would have said, all right, fine, a 50-50 win here. We take over from the airport so that it will be a state funeral, which is a win-win. But the more we discuss this publicly and sending a very bad picture, negative picture about the Lungu family, believe me, it's sending negative vibes there because it's not only Zambians that are following this. A lot of people might be quoting you and they may take you as gospel truth.
So now listen.
To me, I think there's a misleading quotation from you here.
So listen, I don't know from which point you started following me. I'm not discussing Edgar Lungu's family. I'm discussing the politicians around Edgar Lungu. That's what I've been discussing. And I've been very clear where I started. I'm talking about the acrimony, and I've gone to explain why there were those challenges of Edgar Lungu flying out. And up to now, I still say the politicians are the ones that are playing. Look at what is happening with the secretariat, at the secretariat. Okay, there is confusion still. There is confusion still, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Edgar Lungu's family. I'm talking about the political interest. That is my position here.
I agree with you, but then I'll still tell you, you cannot stop them from playing politics because even the government right now, including HH, they're also playing politics about the funeral.
Well, at the end of
the day, stopping them from playing the politics, you are simply giving HH an upper hand to say, go ahead and do what you want. This one should keep quiet. Because suppose the police were to be ushered there, do you think even Louis or anyone there would have manpower to stop the police? Believe me, they'll be scattered. So they even know they don't have the manpower there. So they are playing the little politics they can play. To me, the best we can do, Uncle Charlie, is to ignore them. They have no power once the body arrives or anything. They have no powers. The police can move in there. They'll be scattered, scampering from different directions. They'll be laughing. What I'm saying is the best thing we can do right now is let's just allow the government to do what it can on Wednesday.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello? This person is trying so hard to call, but then the line is not just connecting. Hello? Oh Lord, this guy is persistent. Hello? Oh. Your phone is not going live. I'm not able to pick for some reason. So, hello? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Ted.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, let me first say I'm so grateful for all the things that you've said. For me, I followed you from way back, even before the issue of the president getting sick. Yeah, you've always been so factual in what you've been saying. I send my condolences to the PF and the family for His Excellency, the late President Lungu, and all the Zambians. This funeral is not just for PF or his family. It's a funeral for everyone. So long he was the president of Zambia. But if people have to take it personal, I think before they come into politics, they have to announce to us to say they are ready that if they die, the government has to take charge. If they are not ready, then they have to stay out from politics.
Yes, yes.
Because the moment you become a president, it means you're a president for everyone, not just a certain ethnic group. Because so far, if you look what is happening on Facebook, people are becoming tribal now. Away from the funeral.
I agree with you.
They are now honoring the tribe. You get.
I agree with you.
Yes. So it's more like people are escalating the situation which should have been avoided. From the beginning, to be honest, even me, I've been following on Facebook. I'm just a mere chap. But I've been following, people have been saying the president is okay, he's doing fine. There's even a time when Honorable Kawana disclosed the whole information, they even charged him 1 billion. I think it was coming from one of the presidents in the alliance.
They are taking him to court.
Exactly. Exactly. But today, people are here now claiming to say, no, the government was aware, they were refusing the president to go out because of this. Let's just stop it. We've seen many people dying and we've seen how the government has been working. Then the president be accorded what he deserves. It ends from there. Someone who is dead can't come into politics. Even the Bible is very clear. When someone dies, their works are forgotten. They shall never be remembered anymore. That is what Ecclesiastes says. So let the president be buried according. He's a statesman. Not the drama we are seeing at the secretariat by Mr. Ulenda saying, no, we don't want to go anywhere. This is bad politics. Come on. I think I'm running behind you. I'm going to vote for you. I wish you could come back.
No, I will come, my brother. I will come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Tari, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
All right. Nimbo program yenu, I've been following from Kumambire Ukapai number. I want to recommend you for whatever you're doing, Mr. Tari. You know, our country is in this mess because of the youth of 1917. They want to capitalize. And sadly enough, I want to Batawale Mona Vale Conquera Mafia. This is the constitution. It's your Papa in Zambia. One Zambia, one nation, meaning a kingship. The only problem we've got useless stakeholders like give it to Winda. These are the establishments of the 1970s. Our children because they are influencing ignorant youths. When I want about life is very important. That is very cardinal. who they were the influence to from West Kusara Muzambia. Naturally, Tichiro, Tichika Lungu, Tikona, Tikari. Me, I'm tired with these youths. Our mathematics, I got Chalo. Let them rest, let fresh bread that you, Mr. Plan. Don't tell our what in your time for good here. Uncle and Apera.
Not totena. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I don't know why I'm getting my voice. There's some feedback. I don't know why.
Please go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, yes. I've been following your conversation, and I also want to make my contribution.
Yes, yes.
Look, me what I've seen, I think as Zambians, we want to dilute our constitution and our law and the things that we believe in as a people of Zambia. Because look, when Edgar Lungu left power, he had immunity, but that immunity did not extend to his family. Edgar Lungu came back to power not because he wanted to govern Zambians better than any other person. He wanted to protect his family because those family members were being followed by law enforcers. So he wanted to become president so that he could save them. You get my point? There was nothing special about him coming back, or maybe he was going to be better than HH. There was nothing like that. Edgar Lungu wanted to come back so that he could save, his family. But then, the moment he came back into power, into politics, into active politics, that man was competing with the other politicians. It was unlawful for the government to continue giving Lungu money, which is taxpayers' money, to compete with other politicians who are funding themselves from their own pockets. You get my point?
Yeah.
So it was prudent for the government to cut funding because you can't keep giving taxpayers' money to a person who is competing with the government and the same taxpayers' money, because there are some politicians who are funding themselves and they are also taxpayers. You see? And for the government to start following Tasila, Abakashima Kwa Lungu, or his family, the government is not wrong. Those people are citizens like any other citizens. They are not above the law. So it's also pointless for Lungu to say, no, me, I'll come back to protect my family. Those people, if they committed offenses, they were supposed to be answerable. And if they were innocent, they were going to be acquitted. If they were convicted unfairly according to Lungu was a lawyer, you. You see? So, Lungu problem here, he was not a man of himself like you, Mr. Tayari. No, Mr. Tayari, but you stood your ground. But Lungu, if you haven't done decisions, if you are a conk, if you haven't done, you went as far as saying I'm a serpent. Me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm telling wisdom because the wise person would refrain from daring the government of the day.
Thank you.
You see, anyway, that was my contribution.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Yeah. This person, please. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, my friend.
Good
evening. I wish also to forward my concerns over the immaturity that is being portrayed by PF. My name is Shilawa Peter, calling from Ndola.
Okay.
What we have seen in the recent past, in fact, before I even go any further, I want to also congratulate you, Atayari, for actually growing politically. You are now an heavyweight. You are an heavyweight because in the previous days we didn't know how to handle you. We thought you were a candidate, but at this point we have realized that you have actually been giving credit where it is due. And your checks are actually balanced. When you PND is wrong, you actually reprimand them. The same is done to PF. Now, we are Zambians, I think we are very disappointed that PF had credible lawyers such as Arena Makebi Zulu that are actually failing to interpret the constitution and advise Lungu wrongly. At this point, Lungu is a national asset. There is nothing like gaining political mileage over his death. And it's so disappointing when you look at people like hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. Mr. Ted, how are you doing?
Fine, my brother.
Long time. We are missing you in Zambia, Mr. Ted.
I will come. I will come. I will definitely come.
Yeah, you know, it's me who has been trying for a long time, you know. Are you getting me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, are you getting me now, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Kenneth Yafunda, calling from Dola.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, me, I'm surprised of the drama the people like given in the other group they are playing. You know, it also surprises me as how he was the minister of justice. Are you getting me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, you know, much as Lungu was sent back to active politics, which is in the public domain. But at the moment, he has died as a former president, where all the Zambians they need to respect his death and make sure that he's valid decently. So he is not just there because he was a PhD, whatever, a presidential candidate or so. The government is saying he is a former president, and let those guys accord him a government burial to take place. Are you getting me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, so the challenge that we have, the PF body, they want to take it as if it's their own personal opinion. No. So they need to get back their senses and know that even the people who never voted for Lungu like myself, we are mourning him because this is my former president.
Yes.
I'm not doing that is a PF that I have nothing to do with PF. I never benefited anything. If anything, they caused more harm than good to myself as an individual. But there's nothing that I can do because he was voted by the majority Zambians to be the president. And now our former president has died. He needs to be accorded a state funeral.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
Yes, my boss.
Yes.
Sir.
First I was contribute. So like my man did in Berlin. Is our Lungu as an president of Zambia and the former president. But kulingana na situation Lungu ya mimi anapitamo vameona mpitisa kwa government. I think it's fair for this government just like government wafuna family chite abamene ifuna party yake chite.
You understanding?
Tiver.
Kama reason maneno na mtukufu. Ngati wakamba nizoona kuti wenzomukani outside the country wenzochitomukani. Then valibe mphamvu olinga unofanya tubimanje ngaleeza lililo nakango mu ndizali wa moyo wayo afulatanize manje muntu amwalira msemweja nikapata example yako wakana mimba kwa mkazi mimba wakana mimba si yanga mwana akula wa mananja na doctor kapena ngala pilot manje ndipo ambo kile tu mwana ni wanga chiwapi chipanga nsesi.
I think Simuna Konke kwa mele program ya ambira Simuna Konke here. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Satan.
Good evening.
Yeah, what I want to say to you, I wish I could whisper to you so that nobody else hears. But since this is the only platform that I have, I'll say it out. Hello, are you there?
Yes, yes.
But really, in a you have an opportunity politically now. Because when I look at the political landscape in Zambia, both the ruling and the opposition in its entirety, I'm telling you, Tapari, there's nothing. I'm telling you, there's nothing. People can say what they want to say, but personally, I'm seeing something in you. So Mdala Shipafe, one day, trust me, you will be there. You have what it takes to excel politically. Kushipafe Mdala, apata pali vatonse, vashali wonse, let me not mention. But in Zambia politics, tapali Mdala. But what I'm seeing in you, the way you're handling things and the way you've come all the way, Mdala, you have something. Just kushipa fiapa, one day the sun will shine. That's what I wanted to say. But I would have loved to say this privately. Privately, you would think it would be, But anyway, that's the message. Thanks very much.
I only ask for your prayers. Leadership comes from God, and we pray that we pray for ourselves, we pray for our country. Thank you.
And that's why I love you, because you see, even put God first.
Sana fi muntu andine niweza kuntai vyonse fi whatever isakamana no kusakamana yana tanga vati so mwine aishiwa chapwa. That's why ishakwatira
ero Mdala
na abantu
Mdala now bada wishana abantu now bada wishana abantu pantu. You see, the former for people you thinking is the one who was funding you, but you are openly saying, I'm not willing to come back. It means, I will come with him down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Mishani Mkaiwa President.
Wina Veshani man.
Kwena njumutende na totera pa kunjashka. Ichakuda ipapata kunefa mbamba sa tukwete mumuna premier concept na wapo na kama ila poku Mutati alishika ndani kupani kwa Lungu no Mutati atatoni. So ngama families bale bashanda mutu families so ilio katika numba takuwa opposition na but so ela ngenga no abali tandi liro pai na mamani kuna bali rongo bagani bali mtangu mamani no pale fikira kulina bangalo mtabi ala mpapati they are not out and this ngiri kumuntu mo akina ndio
but I was trying to listen, but na shupa kumfwa Shupa kufonira. Yeah. Anyway, I think Twalanda sana. I think I've allowed the number of phone calls. Let me maybe just take 2 more. Hello? They keep coming. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Because I saw that it's a lady, I had to allow it. Hello?
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Tali.
Good evening, my dear.
Thank you. This is Melissa calling from Kabwe.
Okay.
You know, I'm following the program. I really appreciate how you've come out. It's so painful to see the confusion around the. It's so painful to see the confusion around the death of our former president. You know, especially that this confusion is caused by people we look up to as our role models. Young people are watching. And so this same behavior is one that is going to likely to destroy our country. Okay? As a nation, we're to remember our former head of state with respect, regardless of whatever happened. Nobody's perfect. He may have erred during his time. The other camp may have mistreated him, and so forth. But at this point, this is a point where the country has to unite, dialogue, forget. Because right now we're discussing about a person who cannot defend himself.
Yes.
Okay? So we must remember to give respect to the dead. Look, whatsoever happened later in his life, he once led this country. So because of that, he really deserved dignity. So let not those others take his passing turned into a political drama or just be used to seek attention. This funeral is not for PF, it's not for UPND, it's not for EEP, it's for the people of Zambia. Because this person led this nation. He did not lead only PF. He once led the country.
No,
honestly speaking, if he was my father, I think I wouldn't tolerate such kind of behaviors.
Thank you, my
I would expect the country to honor my father in peace and with no arguments and public attacks.
Thank you very much.
This man cannot speak for himself. And then others should use his death to gain political mileage, which is wrong. So, sorry to have used you, Mr. Tali, with these other politicians. Please help us young people that we may imitate the good behavior of you old folks in politics. Because we are watching, and now others would think what is being done is the right thing. It's not. It's not everybody who understands that mourning a former head of state in such kind of a manner is a wrong thing. Others will take it as a right way. And this can lead to confusion in the country. We may not enjoy this peace that we have now. Later, this repercussion is going to cause a very huge destruction to our nation. Thank you. That's my contribution. And I'm still waiting for my job in Malaysia. You told me, you posted that you have secured a job for somebody in Malaysia. I'm the one. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, you're still live?
Yes, I'm still live and you are live.
Thank you. Let me just get straight to the point. The PF are still in denial that they just don't want anything to do with UPND. But if, for as long as got UPND involved, they just don't. Because right now it's not about UPND. The government, and the government means one You understand? Because these people are given they know, but the thing is, they die. And the nation is seeing this. And one thing, they are just like listening that. But we need to really.
Okay, that I'm struggling to hear. Anyway, I'm sorry, I have to leave it there. I think we have had a good discussion. So, I mean, in conclusion, myself, I'm simply saying, I mean, whatever these people are talking about, it's really not benefiting the nation. They are not being patriotic. They are doing it for themselves. And it is unfortunate that this is how they have, manipulated Edgar Lungu and, made him vulnerable. When they knew he was sick themselves, they didn't, take precaution. Instead, they were busy defending, Edgar Lungu to say, no, he's okay, he's okay. And now this has happened. Now they want to turn around and point fingers at others. I think it is unfair. And in terms of how Edgar Lungu was treated, I think mostly it is the nature of our politics, which is not good, which is definitely not good. I think we can do better. But at the same time, I don't think it would be good to demonize one person, because even Edgar Lungu, when he was in power, Hakainde Hichilema did not have it easy. I am not saying it is right, it is wrong, but unfortunately, we need to recognize that I'm politics. Thank you very much for following, and I pray that everything goes well, we mourn well, and we bury our former head of state in dignity. That is my prayer, and my prayer is that we bury our former head of state in dignity. All this nonsense, let it go away. Let us come up together as one country and mourn by Edgar Lungu in dignity. Whether you are PF, whether you are UPND, whether you are EEP, and whether you are just a Zambian, let us just mourn. Other people will come in to mourn with us. Let us mourn nicely. Not if you feel it's unfair, and I'm sure many of you, I'm glad that many of you agree with this fact. I hope PF, I hope they will do what is right at the moment. Thank you and good night.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.